Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Jake Ross of Hartland Lacrosse. How's it going? Hey, that rhymed.
Pretty good. Pretty good. How about you, Casey?
I'm doing well. So what have you been up to since the last time you were on here?
Just getting at it. Working on lacrosse. It's my set focus right now. Getting in the weight room. That's pretty much it. Just all I set on this next upcoming season.
Yeah, so of course, you know, obviously, history of what another season of lacrosse is almost upon us. I mean, it's only going to be a few more months until first practices are up, and yeah, what are we expecting out of this year?
Yeah, we obviously we got to work for everything. We're gonna take it one game at a time, and we're not gonna move past that. Obviously, our goal is to win a state championship this year, and that's that's kind of the standard of Heartland lacrosse, and we don't want anything less than that.
Um, so how long have you been playing lacrosse, Jake?
I've been playing since sixth grade.
How'd you get into it?
Really, I didn't know much about lacrosse, and then one of my friends was just like, "Come to a practice." Or they had like winter practices for youth, and I just came to a practice. I wasn't good at first, but I really enjoyed it, and I tried out for the team, made it, and then we were pretty had a fun team in sixth grade. All my boys were playing, and then they're still all playing. So, I built bonds with them. It's great. I love lacrosse just because the bonds you make, it's amazing.
Yeah. It seems like since Coach Levanti has gotten to Heartland, it's continued the success that Coach Potter started. And what has that been like to just kind of see this program just kind of grow into what it is now?
Yeah, it's really cool being a part of something, especially winning a state championship, getting a back-to-back state championship. Or we got a runner-up my freshman year, and then obviously the win my sophomore year. But rough year last year, but it's great to be a part of. We want to keep continuing to build this program. Coach Levanti's doing a great job. He's definitely been a huge mentor to me. Because I mean, I've been around him for 6, 7 years now playing lacrosse. Because he still coaches my club team, and I built a pretty good bond with him, and he's a great coach, and I respect him a lot. And I'm glad he's coaching Heartland lacrosse.
Yeah. So, coming into this year, and I know you've, to forever, I mean, regardless of what happens this year, you will forever call yourself a state champion. What was that like to be a part of that team?
It was probably one of the greatest feelings of my life. Especially to win that in overtime, Bo with the game winning goal. It was just like I can't even describe it. It just like rushing the field after that goal, and all the boys getting hype, riled up. It was the best thing. All the whole Heartland town around us, just cheering for us. It was great. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is this year's kind of like you've been a part of this for a long time, but I think this is this is also I know your teammate this is also the last Lockwood to come through the pro. I think Drew's the last one. What
Yeah.
what's that kind of like to just be a part of that? I know you were on the to play with the Lockwoods and all that. What was that like? What's that like to just to play with them?
They're always they have a great mindset. I love Druba. Um, Bo was probably one of the hardest, most humble working kids I've ever seen. He was great, and same with Druba. He's always working, always getting reps and shooting around, and pushing all the other guys to be the best they can. So me and Drew, we've been boys for a while, and he's pushed me a lot, and we try to push each other back and forth to be better, and you know, it, I love those kids for
Yeah.
sure.
What's it, this season's going to be, with a lot of different opponents. I know coach likes to, schedule some of the best to play. What's that like to go play some of, with some of the best teams in the state. And now with the 300-mile rule lifted, that could open the door for a lot more teams, from across the region to come play you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta beat the best to be the best, you know. I love playing good teams because not only are they good games, but they give us better they help us get ready more for when playoff time comes, and it's a great way to, set the standard of the season to get those big wins. And like Forest Hill Central last year, that was a big one going forward in our season. We had a rough second half against Dublin Jerome last year, but like those guys were great. But they're just that good competition gives us kind of just more work that needed to be fixed.
Or Dublin
Like we
Jerome,
find out the little things that um we have to fix in that because that's when we show like how we can truly play.
or Dublin Jerome won the state title down in Ohio last
Yeah.
year. So what's been like the best moment, outside of I'm not gonna make it too outside of the winning a championship. What's been the best moment of your lacrosse career so far?
That's a tough one for sure. Um, Honestly, I'd say probably beating Forest Hill Central last year was a big one. Uh, that was probably one of the best games we've ever played. Just um, we all were working together as one. We went out to their place, far drive. Uh, we I'm gonna be honest, like none of us expected it to be that much of a score differential, but that's what happens when we all work as one. They're a pretty good team, and we just came to play that day. And you know, when you come to play, you get good results.
This is your last go around with lacrosse. What's that going to be like knowing that you only got one more shot at this thing?
Yeah, we got to go all out. I know all of our seniors are really dedicated to get this championship title this year. But like I said, we got to take it one day at a time, and we got to work our butts off at practice, and that's what we're gonna do. And this off season, we've been working, putting in work, and we continue to do that. And nothing more we want, or nothing less than a state championship win is what
Yeah,
we want.
for sure. Yeah, should be a fun season come this spring. All right. Also, first, I don't know if you did you guys play on turf last year, and this is going to be the
Or
first time on the big turf field.
Yeah, I mean, when it was cold out and rainy in the beginning of the season, we had a few games on the turf field or the ox field, I should say. And then as it got warmer, we switched to the grass field. But it's kind of gonna be sad going away from the grass because it gave us a little bit of a home field advantage with the ground balls and bounce shots, and because we're all used to that because we practice on grass, we played on grass, so it was kind of cool having that advantage. But I like turf. I feel a lot faster on turf, so. Should be interesting.
Oh, for sure. All right, Jake. Thanks so much for the time. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Yep. Thanks, Casey.